Good evening. I'm Landon with Myrmidon Press. We've got a new set, aka I moved. That's why I've been really busy. And I'm just kind of the first time I really mowed my grass today. So, man, it's been a time. Things with the new set. There's going to be a lot more edits because there's a lot more planes flying around closer and louder. All right, if that means anything to you. Okay, today I want to talk about water. All right, this has been done several times by people smarter than me, but I want to show you what I do. I like to do things cost effective. Doesn't mean expensive, and it doesn't mean cheap. It means what works. And I like to do things that are easy to understand, so that if I can't use my hands or something, I can tell someone how to use it. All right. So think of that in this way. My brain works on modules. All right. When I put a backpack together, I'm like, okay, I have a duration, I have a mission, right? And then I think, what do I need? Water module could be different things, but they all have the same function, right? So, what is the one thing you need to do? It's part of Dave Canterbury's 10 C's of survival, okay? It used to be the 5 C's, now it's the 10 C's. But container, you need a container. It's hard in nature to make a container, okay? So you want to do cost effective. Military surplus is popping right now. All right. I got this one from One Thief Surplus on Instagram. He's the bomb. Check out One Thief Surplus. But I can't boil water in this, but this holds 2 quarts. This is a USGI 2-quart canteen. There's a 1-quart canteen. I use these to bring a lot of water. All right, if I'm going to a place I can't procure water, or I don't want to fill a water bottle up every 10 minutes because I'm thirsty as hell, I want to bring more water. All right, so that's one. And then this is it's not a Hydro Flask, Hydro Pack. This is a 3-liter Hydro Pack. This is huge. It's like this. It's taller than this, but I've got it wound up with a bunch of paracord and a carabiner to hang it on something if I need to, off a backpack. Mainly, so that I can just kind of slosh into some water, carry off, and go treat somewhere if if it's not permissive, or if I just need more water. But you need to be able to store it. So every module kind of has their way of carrying water. It doesn't matter if it's a Camelback, a teacup, because it's the only thing I could find, a plastic bag, like a gallon Ziploc bag, will hold plenty of water. That it's not super secure, but it'll hold water if you're desperate for it to hold water. What you need to be thinking about is shape and durability of the container to be cost effective. All right, so do I need a very long cylinder, like a very large Nalgene bottle, like if the 1 liter, 2 liter Nalgene water bottle? Or do I need something like the Hydro Pack, something that can kind of conform to a certain space? Or do I have a specific weight, pouch or bag I want to carry that water in? Do I need a container to fit in that? And is this going to be dropped? Is this going to be slung around? Is this going to be handled by my children? Those are things you need to think of when you have it. So, one thing I always use is Nalgene water bottles. This one glows in the dark. You don't have to go one that glows in the dark, but I like mine to glow in the dark because I drop things a lot. So it needs to be tough, and I can find it. All right, so that helps. But that's just part of it. The other part of my water system is ways to make water, right? This is a Sawyer inline water filter, right? You suck water through it, and it filters it. Or, well, it's the other way. Anyway, yep, flow, bang. Directions are always written on the object, right? So I can use this by itself, put it down in a puddle and use it like a straw. I have a piece of tubing, I can extend it. This thing comes with a bag that can contain water. It's not a lot of water. I think it's about a quart of water it'll hold. And it's awesome, easy to use. You can hand it to anybody. It's very easy to learn how to use, and there's a bunch of adapters. You can put it in line with a Camelback, yada, yada, yada. The list goes on for Sawyers, okay? These things are the bomb, and they treat a crap ton of water before you need to chuck them. Like a bunch of water. You would need to be using it a lot to be able to ditch it, or not treating it very well in order to ditch it. So having a way to make water. Store water, make water. With the storing water, it kind of branches, all right? Storing water could mean in a bottle, in an open top container, but it also kind of means making water too, because most of every module I've ever had, you can see this is an older Dave Canterbury Pathfinder School, or Self-Reliance Outfitters cup. That's very well used. It's got the small handles. I can store water and make water because I can boil it in this cup. This is a stainless steel cup, right? It's got the holes for the fish gill holder thing. There's a bunch of accoutrements that go with it, but this will make me water, okay? So now it's a water bottle, cheap. This, cheap. Sawyer, cheap, but effective, right? The cost benefit of this is awesome. Now, Dave Canterbury also has a stainless steel bottle that you can also boil water in. So if I had the stainless steel bottle and the cup, I could boil that much water. And I can cook in this. I can do a lot of things in this to use other than making water. This will be what I need, right? Well, I also have another solution. This is a little more expensive, okay? This is another Self-Reliance Outfitters cup with a Grail water bottle, okay? More expensive than the other cup, but bigger. I can boil water in it, and heavier. Much more expensive than an Nalgene water bottle, harder to use, holds less water, but it purifies water in itself. This is a water purifier. It has two halves, right? The filter's here on the bottom. You put water in the bottom here, and then you push them together. You gotta undo the cap a little bit. You put it on a rock or something, just like an MRE, right? And then, right, you push the water into that reservoir that's inside of it. Have I used this a lot? Not really. Do I like it? Yeah, I like the system. I think we're onto something. Is it the best? Question mark. It doesn't hold enough water for me to justify the weight. This thing by itself is heavy. Without the water in it, it is heavy. Ease of use. I don't think like my grandmother could use this, right? I'm pretty sure a small child could work this. But ease of use, I don't know. But I do like it. And I kind of like that it comes with the cup, but this together is so heavy. This together is so heavy, right? Well, I like, if you can't tell, I'm a big Self-Reliance Outfitters Pathfinder fan. I also have this system, okay? So this is the new cup, right? That's well used, with the lid that has drain holes and all the stuff. I've also got an alcohol stove in the cup because it fits in there. There's even room for something else. And this is a wood stove / alcohol stove cover so that I can make water, right? And this can be combined with any water bottle I have. Am I making a lot of water at one time? No, I'm not. You need to decide. If I were you, the first things I would get is the cup and an Nalgene water bottle. Burn the crap out of this thing, get it over with. I don't care if your cups are pretty. When out in the wild, when I see people have these and they're not burnt and nasty, I know they don't train. That's just me. You know, like Nalgene, like when these things tear off, I know that somebody uses the crap out of their Nalgene water bottle. This is a new one. I broke my last one. So you need a certain amount of water. That depends on your age, race, gender, size, body mass. Like there's a lot of things you need to take into consideration. Environment, okay? Water's important. Start thinking of water in a module. Start thinking of water in a couple pieces, and with, you know, my Sawyer filter, my Grail water bottle with the cup, and a big old extra piece, and some water tablets, you know, that have the directions on there or whatever. I can make water for eons. All right, maybe not literally, but I am put in a way better situation if I need to go find water. Okay. Also, if you carry a lot of water with you, you're not chancing that water fountain by the bus stop. You know what I mean? So keep up the good work, guys. I know it's been a minute since I posted a video. I'm trying to get live on Instagram more. I've just been so busy with new house stuff. So as things peter out, I'm making a schedule. I'm gonna pick a day a week to try to start working on things to go on the Patreon. From Hard Chargers, keep in touch. Try to wait for the Patreon. I know it's been a long time coming, but I want it to be good. I want it to be a product that I'm proud of. And now that I'm here and I can set up my new workshop that's right next to me, I can make kind of a studio kind of thing. We can get things done. So stay safe. Stay safe. Stay safe. Watch the news. Hug your families.